Welcome to Vinci Loves United, where I talk all things Manchester United. And today I have two topics. One, I kind of want to check the temperature, of Manchester United fans worldwide. And two, I want to talk about Fergie, Ineos ending Fergie's ambassadorial role at Manchester United. So before we get into that, Manchester United fans, how are you feeling? How are you feeling? Because I haven't been feeling the best, man. I'll be honest with you. Um, I kind of thought we would win against Aston Villa our last game, but to be fair, a draw is not the worst result, especially going into the international break. We would have been clowned. We're constant. We like, bro. I remember when the season started. I was gassed, because I was Ten Hag in at the beginning of the season. Right now, I'm not Ten Hag out just yet, but I was Ten Hag in at the beginning of the season, because last season was a mess, and I didn't think it was all his fault. All our centre backs, most of our centre backs were injured. A lot of people were injured. We still have no left backs. That deserves its own video, but we can talk about that some other time. But like I was saying, I was gassed at the beginning of the season. We had, we bought everybody that we were gonna get. We got Xerxes, we got Mazraoui, we got Delit. Obviously we all knew what's his name, what's his face? The guy from PSG. Damn, I just forgot his name. Whatever, whoever remembers in the chat, when I remember, I'll tell. But we got everybody that we wanted. You understand? And then obviously the first game of the season against Fulham, I actually thought we played great. Xerxes comes on, late cameo, he scores. That was amazing. And then things are just not right. You understand? And there's something Stefan Housen from like Stretford Paddock here on YouTube says like, and I think it's because he is a manager as well. Like on one hand, I watch a lot of Stretford Paddock and United Stand, and the guys at Stretford Paddock, a lot of them are always like, we still need time. You know, However, as much as we still need time, things kind of feel, not right. Like some of the games we're losing, we shouldn't lose. Like the game against Brighton, we should have won that game, and like Brighton's goal was atrocious. But to stay on point, you know, how are you guys feeling? You guys tell me in the chat if anybody watches this. Tell me how you feel as a Manchester United fan, cause I don't know. I think this season, bruh. I hope Ten Hag can, if he remains the manager, I hope he can continue his, you know, a trophy every season. But I don't know. I don't feel like the best. The game that really messed me up, I think it was like the Liverpool game, bro. Losing 3-0 at Old Trafford the way we did, it was, yeah. No, no, no. Sorry, I apologize. It was the Tottenham game. I remember because you know someone that's gonna be on this channel is my brother. His name is Max. Hopefully, we have him very soon. Me and him got into an argument. He, my brother Max, does not like Manchester United. He's a Real Madrid fan. Those guys are used to winning Champions Leagues 5 times in a row. He keeps saying, Manchester United is shit, da da da. And I was like, no, we're not. We're gonna play Tottenham at home, and we're gonna win, bruh. I got, I went to get something and was getting ready to sit down, and it's fucking. I don't know if I should swear on this, but it's already 1-0, and my brother was just laughing, and we ended up losing that game 3-0. Albeit, that Bruno red card was trash. However, we didn't play well. So thus far in the season, we're just 7 weeks into the season, and I think we've only won twice in the Prem. That's kind of crazy. And yeah, I don't want to. I think I've been bickering about this for like 4 minutes, but you know, Manchester United fans, if you guys watch this, or rather, when you guys watch this, let me be optimistic. Even though this is just my first video, when you guys watch this, tell me in the chat how'd you feel, man. I don't know how to feel, and I just want to touch on Ten Hag like shortly. Like, I really like Ten Hag as a manager. I was so gassed when we picked him over like Poch, and he was, in his defense, he has won 2 trophies in 2 seasons. But there's something a lot of people that don't like him keep saying, like they can't see what he's trying to do. And I try to defend him and say this because one thing, I like to give football analysis from a fan's perspective. I'm not a coach. I don't know shit. But obviously, some people go and they say, all these spaces and stuff. and it's getting tough to like defend Ten Hag. You know, I still think right now it could change. I still think he should get to the end of the season because we're definitely not winning the league. You know, it's not impossible statistically, but yeah, bro, we're not winning the league. Except he just fumbles really badly, but I still think you should kind of keep him because the Wolves are circling. There's already mentions of Amorim. Tuchel is now England boss, so that's gone. God forbid Potter or Southgate, but obviously, But yeah, I want to save more of like my thoughts. Like when I structure, like I want to structure some of my thoughts more on like later episodes. But I want to quickly go into um, Fergie. I want to go into Fergie, and right now everybody knows, or if you don't know, Fergie had an ambassadorial role at Manchester United, which has been taken away from him. And I don't know, a lot of like British press. This is something that I'm gonna touch on a lot whilst I like make more episodes. The British press, I don't like them, but more on that later. They're leading with Fergie's like salary, saying 2.2 million pounds a year for him. Bro, this manager brought all. I feel Fergie is part of the reason why I'm a Manchester United fan. I'm gonna get into the story of how I became a Manchester United fan much later, but he brought us so much success. Champions Leagues, 26 or 27 league titles, if I'm not mistaken. Fergie time. I remember, being young, watching games where we're losing or it's a draw, and until the final whistle is blown, I know there's a chance we could score and so much more. You know, I don't know the entire reason. I like why he they claim is because of like financial, but Fergie is 82 years old. So right now, to kind of like delve into this, I feel like people are split. A lot of people would rather you keep Fergie because he's just like Fergie. Like Manchester United and Fergie, they're kind of like synonymous in a way. But on the other hand, he's 82 years old. Like me and my brother were talking one time. Last time we saw him on screen, and yeah, Fergie actually looks like an old dude now. It's just crazy because, my brother was saying that he could remember when he was on the touchline or whatever. It's just it shows how like time flies, and yeah. So I'm not really mad at him leaving. I feel like Ineos could have done better with how it was presented and when it was presented. Not halfway through the season, this isn't even halfway through the season. Maybe at the end of the season, you give him a special, whatever, the last game at Old Trafford, Fergie's gonna be stepping. Like, you just kind of like make it nice so that the fans, not like you pushed him out of the fucking club, and there's reports saying he can't go into the dressing room, bro. We don't need all that shit. Do you get what I mean? So, those are my thoughts right now, guys. You gotta forgive me. This is my first episode. I feel like as I make more, I will be more coherent. I feel like I've been rambling. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, man. Hopefully, you guys take to this. I'm gonna have another episode soon. It's gonna be me and my brother. I like the fact that he's not a Manchester United fan. Even though I think he's biased in the other way. Do you get what I mean? Like, obviously, I have red tinted glasses. I love Manchester United. Him, I think he has black tinted glasses. But I feel like that could, prove like a good dynamic. And obviously, the fans or whoever like watches or listens to this rather, would, provide that middle space. Yeah, so I'm going to end this podcast right here. Manchester United fans, I'm hoping that the Brentford game this Saturday would be the turnaround. Like it would be the first game, and we go on like a 10-game winning spree. And I'll catch you guys on the next episode. Peace.